Hi, in this quick video tutorial, I'm going to walk through how to create a um, FeedbackFruits Interactive Document module. So in Blackboard, wherever you want to create this, and this is a dummy shell, so you can ignore the background and stuff, go to Build Content and then scroll down and choose FeedbackFruits Interactive Document. So then you're going to give it a name, and so I'm going to call this sample rhetorical analysis discussion. In the description you can write something, or you can go back and write something later. I'm going to write something later. Generally I suggest putting in the same instructions that you're going to put in the actual module itself later. This is an important step. You have to enable evaluation and give it a number of points. I'm going to give it 20 and give it a due date. So I'm going to make this due next Monday at the end of the day. Okay. And then you hit submit. So after you've done that, that just creates the shell for it. So now we're going to click on the actual item you just created, and we're going to get this launch screen. And now we click Get Started. Now you need to select a document to upload. So this can be a PDF file or a Word file. I'm going to select the example rhetorical analysis I want them to read and discuss. Alright, so then on the next page you can select some settings. If you want to prevent students from downloading this, you can click this. If you want to assign groups, you can select this. This relies on the groups that you've created in Blackboard. That's another thing that you'd have to do before doing this. So if you've not done that, then you shouldn't select that. Make sure that you want students to be able to post comments, and if you want students to post practice questions, then you should select that. That's one of the options you'll have below. And then here is information. If you were doing this during class, you could decide when students start and stop having access. But since this is asynchronous in this example, I'm not going to select that. All right, then you need to click the next button and to add a module. So I'm going to add instructions later. First I'm going to do configuring grading. Here is where you can select what sort of points they get, and it'll be out of 100%. And I usually show the inactive ones so I can decide what I want them to do. So for this one, I think I want students to write 2 comments and answer 2 questions that I have. So I'm going to give them just a quarter of their grade for viewing the document. And since I'm going to ask them 2 questions, I'm going to give them a quarter of the grade for answering those 2 questions. And then I'm going to, actually, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have them view the document, a quarter. I'm going to give them a practice question, make that a quarter of the grade. I'm going to give them a discussion question, make that a quarter of the grade. And then I want them to start a discussion, and this can just be them making a comment. So I'm not going to require them to reply to a discussion this time, but you could do that and give them part of the grade there. So now that totals 100. Great. And now I'm going to click this little button and I'm going to add the instructions. And so the instructions is read the sample rhetorical analysis. I've written a, how about read this sample rhetorical discussion. As you read, do the following. 1. Answer the practice question I've asked. 2. Respond to my discussion post. 3. Post a discussion prompt. So that's all I'm requiring them to do in this one, right? You can require more or less. Great. And now I've set up the grading and I've set up the instructions, and I'm going to click Save. All right, now what you need to do is, in this next module, is open the document, and you need to add in the things that you are requiring from your end. And so I said I want them to answer a practice question, and I want them to respond to my discussion posts. So here is his thesis, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the plus button, and here's where I'm going to put my discussion. It says make a selection to have a reference, because I did not actually highlight that. There we go. Okay. And so this discussion is, here is the student's thesis. What makes this an effective thesis, or what makes it ineffective? Do you have suggestions for how to improve it? I suggest answering this question after reading the entire paper. Publish. So that is the discussion starter that students have to respond to. Oops. All right, now I'm going to close that so I'm going to scroll down and here, nah, I'll do it at the very end. I'm gonna, oops. I also asked them to answer a question, right? So a practice question. And you can make it open or multiple choice. Here, I'm going to read, what grade do you believe this rhetorical analysis should earn? Answer, A range, B range, C range, D range, F. If you have a practice question, you can use this little thing here to mark what is the correct answer. There is no correct answer here. And you can mark whether you want students to require to answer the question before continuing the document. So if this is an early thing, they'd have to answer it before moving on. So this might be something like if you were having them do the syllabus and mark it up, or if you were and you wanted them to make sure everybody knew the attendance policy or something. And you can also mark whether you want them to allow multiple choices. So I'm going to publish that. Now I've set up the discussion I want, and I've created a practice question. So now I'm going to, if you need to do more, you can. I'm going to go back here. I've thought about this. Read the sample as you answer the practice question I've asked. Respond to my discussion post. I'm going to edit this so it's clearer. Right, so the discussion form post is first. So respond to my discussion post about the thesis question. I'm going to make that clear. 2, answer the practice question at the end of the document. Post a discussion post in the document that identifies either a strength of the paper or a place you'd suggest this writer improves. Right? And of course you can require more just by going down here and changing the grade stuff. Okay. So I'm going to save, I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to save it. And now it's set up. Right? So I suggested doing a few other things here. One is going back here and editing this module so that your description here is the same as your instructions or something similar so that students know what this is about. Okay. Now, you have to do a few other things. You have to go to the Grade Center, and I've marked that this is graded. Here it is in my last column. You want to edit column information, and you want to give it to the category, and this is a dummy module, Blackboard site, so it doesn't have it, but you want to mark process work. Right? Then you click submit, and now it will, once you've selected process work, it will calculate into the process work. It's also over here on the right, so if you ever want to manage the organization of these columns, you just go to Manage Column Organization, and then you can find it and drag it up or down to move it, and then hit Submit. Okay, so now once you're done, now students should just engage with it, and you'll probably get some email notifications about them coming in. So what happens when we're all done? When we're all done, you go into and students have interacted with it, and you go in here, you'll see overall student progress, and you'll see how many have started viewing it, how many have answered the correct practice questions, and how many comments in total. And if you click this, you can see statistics per active students. Down here at the bottom, once students have made progress in the activity, their fastest of the grades will be shown here. And what you'll see is each student's name and how many points they got. So if they viewed it, they got 20. In this example, they'd get 25. If they answered my discussion question, they'd get 25. If they posted their own comment, they'd get 25 points. And if they responded to that question I put at the end, they'd get 25 points. This little button, once students have engaged with it, will be available to you. So you can publish grades, and what it'll do is it'll turn that into a score out of 20, since we give this 20 points, and automatically fill your grade book. And then what I would suggest is, once you've done this, is to go and respond to students, or write them an overall post, or create a video about this. In this example, I would talk about this rhetorical analysis, its strengths and weaknesses, and how most of them agreed it was a B paper, and reasons why. So yeah, that's kind of a quick overview of how to create a interactive document in FeedbackFruits. So thank you.